You're not going to have to be a juggler anymore. I'm seeing that you really got your priorities straight. And I'm seeing a lot of stability for you coming up. The Nine of Pentacles coming up very strongly for this collective here. There is going to be some justice as well, which will balance things out as much, even more. But I'm hearing as you balance yourself out and as you give yourself justice, justice will come to you externally. By that point, you might not even care as much to have it because you feel right within and you know that who you are. And you have healed, or you are on your journey of healing right now to the point where you're like realizing that there's nothing really that can be done to kind of make it better. That situation, it was screwed up, and if they don't have remorse, then that's fine. But you realize you can change yourself and you can move forward. And the best, it feels like the best thing that's happened to you is this new life that you have now. With the, you know, and how you're going, and you're still going towards these new dreams of yours, whereas before you didn't have that. But I'm seeing you're in, really now you're in this energy of really taking things further. And even if you don't completely feel like it yet, I feel like there's this energy. There's also like negative energies that are off your back now, which is going to help too. Smoother sailing. People could be getting their karma here at the Nine of Cups in reverse, where it's just like, you know, they're on their own now, and the things that they wished for themselves not happening because of the words that they spewed at you, possibly. But I feel like you don't care. Like, you know, you're studying the stars, you know? You have the lamp, studying the stars here. Kind of, you made your mind up. It's like you're going on to smoother sailing here, which is beautiful. I'm seeing existence coming towards you to help you too with the situation. But you're no longer in a reactive mode with things. You've had to close your heart off a bit because of people promising things that they could not deliver on. And you're getting your strength back. There was just a lot of people trying to be hopeless around you, but you know better than that. I see prayer. I see you've been praying and prayer, and you've been heard. You know, you've been quiet because you've been making these changes in your life, you know. And you see these people want to be and celebrate, but you have your own divine love from above, and you're finding it within yourself. And I think this is really what is going to make the difference, what's making the difference here. Because you know, like, you have this like sedna, it's like, it's all about, it's always enough. So it's like, you know, you're seeing that even if you're not where you want to be, what you have now is a lot more than you used to. So you know that you can get what you want in the future now as you're leveling up here. And you're facing shadows, you're facing demons and shadows of things that kind of held you back from that next level that you weren't able to see because you were kind of entrenched in them. And it kind of was like the timing as well was important right now for you to kind of take that time for your own. You learned a lot from that journey as well. So don't beat yourself up, because now it's time. Now it's time for no more hiding, even if you don't feel completely ready. Because you're sensitive, and you're scared because you care. You care, but you're going to meet your soul family. You're going to meet people who are heart-centered, who are protective. They're protective of their, you know, what they say. They're not, these aren't people that come around will just say and do anything, you know? They are people with intention, just like you are. Finally, you're meeting people with intention. They have goals, they have dreams for themselves, they have respect for themselves, their lineage, and they're very conscious of it. They want to make those wise decisions. So they will be like people coming around to help you, to help you make those wise decisions and fill in the gaps, fill in those knowledge gaps that we all have, you know? But you've been standing your ground perfectly and beautifully. Your spirit guides are behind you, 555 I'm seeing right now. Spirit guides are behind you here. You have a sacred contract. I'm hearing something about blending of the feminine and masculine energies here. But I'm also seeing this energy of really overcoming, and despite the odds, and also being content and alchemizing things that are not good. You don't realize how much of a difference you've made in your community, even though it might be toxic or it might be a certain way. You've shown a different perception of people and how people can be, or something that people had misconceptions about. You might not see that positive change because they might not be ready or they might not admit it, but you definitely like healed. Yeah, you've healed something here in terms of people watching their mouth, at least. You know, I think there's people who do feel very bad about judging you. I think there's people here being very discriminatory against you, and now they're facing their own shadows. Maybe they are having to go through justice for what they did to you or other people. or people are doing stuff against them now. Someone moved away. I'm hearing someone moved away that was nasty to you. They lived around you or something. Now they lost everyone. Everyone's alienated against them. Everyone calls them the weirdo. People are judgmental of them, whereas before they fit in. They tried to fit in anyways, and they thought that they'd be okay. But now they're realizing they made a mistake going against you, because look at what's happening to them now. It's not even directly related to you. I'm hearing, I can't even blame her because I know she has nothing to do with it. And they're saying, this is my karma. They're realizing this is their karma. They don't know how the hell to deal with it. And they're thinking of you a lot because they're like, how did she deal with it? How did he deal with this? Because this is impossible. This is crazy. But they danced with the devil here. And they didn't, like, you know, they were raising up and saying these things and being cocky. They're like, hand me the sword. And they kept on going. So, I mean, you keep on going and you use your strength in that way, it's going to come back to you. Boomerang, unfortunately, when they don't see a need for you anymore because they were being used by other forces to try to bring you down. Because your assignment, the assignment on your life is huge. It is huge. This person was a foot soldier to try to come, you know what I mean, being used by those energies to kind of try to keep you, you know, but they don't know how much you've already had to go through with your own family, with your own institutions, where you had to be, you know, you were in bondage. They don't have that prayer life that you do. They don't have that faith. Maybe they will as they see what you've had to do and they thought that was all nonsense. But they don't have the star reverse. It's about hope. They don't have hope for themselves. They don't see themselves as a star. They don't see themselves as valuable. They never really did. There's this false kind of thing, but, you know, but they don't speak nice to themselves. They don't have this long-term vision for themselves. They saw you have it, and they thought, oh, this person's, like, they can't do it. You know, they have to step up on that, and, you know, they're shorter than me. They didn't realize, like, how much of a foundation, how much you really have it in you. You know? But at this point, you don't even care. You know? I'm seeing you don't even care. You are working towards what you need to do, but they do have a heart now a little bit more than they have. Don't see you reconciling with this person, but I'm seeing that this person in particular, you know, there's changes for them, and it's not with good ones. It's shaking up their lives, and I do believe there'll be some changes from this person because of you, and it was meant to because there was a sacred contract you had with this person. But other than that, like, you are so strong. You might even be coming out of this thinking, how did I get through this? You know? But I'm just like, iron will. I'm hearing iron will, or it sounds like iron, like just so strong and, like, you know, very, very motivated. So I'm seeing you come towards people that are not like your past. I'm seeing you coming towards people full circle, coming into, like, people that are actually good for you and people who are also working hard at what they want. Because you have a good foundation. People actually enjoy and, you know, receive what you have, and you'll be able to receive with a lot of abundance here as well. The judgment has come to this person, and I'm seeing you get your fair judgment and recognition and collaboration at this point. Yeah. It's just inevitable. The creativity that you have and the hard work that you put in here, and what you have is just something that other people cannot replicate here. So it's an end of, it's saying, look at, end of a cycle here, and then beautiful new beginnings. Is it hell, end of a cycle? When you went through hell, you didn't become it, for a new beautiful beginning with this. Look at this. Gorgeous.